Hey everybody, welcome back to a Detroit Lions preview show here at MLive. I am Meinke.
And I'm Atkins.
It's week 15. It's a must-win game for the Lions, Nate. It's a must-win because they're all must-wins at this point for a team that's 7-6, trails the wild card by 2 games with 3 games to go. Might have to win them all to save Jim Caldwell. I think we're all very shocked to hear about the extension. He had signed an extension last offseason. Remember, we believed it was for multiple years based on what Rod Wood had said. And lo and behold, they come out when they're 6-6, when they've lost 2 games in a row, they're struggling to put 11 guys on the field, and they say, oh hey, by the way everyone, you had that wrong, it's actually 1 year. And Nate, I find it very convenient that the Lions came out to correct the record and say, oh hey guys, by the way, I know we're 6-6, we're a national joke on Fox doing skits about how we can't put 11 guys on the field. And by the way, the contract's only for 1 year, not 2 or beyond. Very convenient. I think it's very telling that Jim Caldwell standing with this team is not nearly as firm as we believed.
It was a pretty funny skit by Fox, I gotta say. But it is all convenient timing here. It makes you realize why they didn't announce it in the first place the way that it actually was. It doesn't sound great to say we extended our coach but only for a year and then we'll continue to look. It doesn't add any job security. They're using the whole year to evaluate. And the biggest thing is they want to see, does Caldwell start to reverse some of his trends that have kept the Lions from being a playoff winning team, a team that wins divisions. Some of that stuff is, winning on the road late in the year, cold conditions, running the football. Can that actually come to fruition in his 4th year? So far, they still can't run the ball at all. They just benched their starting running back for the game.
Their success rate in power situations, when they run the football on 3rd down or 4th down, needing 2 yards or less, they're successful 29% of the time. No one else in the league is at 38% or less, and the average in the league is like 66, 67%. They're a third of the average of the league.
It does raise some questions, and that's why he still has to prove some things to them.
Right, and I think he's done a lot that the Lions like. He's the winningest coach in the Super Bowl era for the Lions.
Yeah, Jim Caldwell deserves a lot of credit for changing the culture here. Players talk about that. Glover Quinn, when he signed his extension, said he was a little embarrassed to play defense here at the beginning because they were known as a dirty, sort of not smart team that committed penalties, that got unraveled. And that's completely turned around. And the issue, though, for Jim Caldwell is it's one thing to change the culture and sort of stabilize things. Getting to the next level is another thing. And so they're going to look at alternatives. If there's other hot coordinators out there that they feel can give them a schematic advantage and work with the culture Jim Caldwell's already established, they might consider that.
I remember when Reggie Bush signed here in 2013. He had talked about how when he was in New Orleans and around the league, there was an expectation when you played the Lions you could win that game. And he said when he came here, he realized there was a culture within the walls of this building in Allen Park that there wasn't, everyone wants to win, but there wasn't an expectation, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna win on Sunday.
Ultimately, Jim Caldwell's record is Bob Quinn's record in the end. The way that they're judged, the way you're judged as a first-year GM or first-time GM, they're also working in a window here. They've got Matthew Stafford in his prime. They've got to start winning playoff games with that. So you do have to constantly question, is this the coach to do it? I don't know that they fully know that answer yet. The final 3 games, and if they can sneak into the playoffs, could answer that.
Caldwell might have had his ups and downs throughout his year, but one team he has not had ups and downs against is the Bears. They need to win this game on Saturday at Ford Field to have a shot at making the playoffs. Do you have a prediction for us this week?
I do. I'm going to go with the Lions 31-28. I think this one's high scoring. I think the Bears offense is taking off with Mitchell Trubisky. Some of these young guys are picking up, and we saw what that running game did to the Lions the last time they played. At the same time, Matthew Stafford at home, that's tough to defend too, so I got the Lions pulling it out.
Yeah, I got the Lions 30-20 over the Bears. Their backs are against the wall, and say what you will about the Lions, but they always tend to play a little better when their backs are against the wall. They're coming home for the first time in a few weeks. Give me the Lions. That's what we got for this week, guys. I'm Kyle.
I'm Nate.
We're MLive. Keep it right here.